Hi, I'm Matt Gough, and I'm pleased to be here. And great to meet you too. Um, Ad campaigns. Yeah, that was one of my favorite subjects actually. Yeah, Gail's still there, killing it as usual. Alright, now what was my experience with ad campaigns? Well, my role in that subject back at Coote was a digital producer. But at the start, it was a toss-up between being in creative or being in digital, because one of the things that I love about advertising the most is being able to pluck ideas from the bottomless pit that is my brain. I've always loved that because being able to make up your own ideas is something that can't really be taught in a class or learnt from a book, but rather it just comes straight from your own experiences and knowledge. However, I've also had plenty of previous experience with graphic design and social media management. So I ended up picking up digital producer. But through the semester, I always put forward ideas when we were crowdsourcing suggestions from the group, and I was tagged along to the creative meetings to help shape the idea, make sure that the creative concepts would apply to the digital campaign as well. My role in particular included a digital audit, a digital strategy, and search engine optimization. And there was one particular aspect of the role that really took me out of my comfort zone. Now, having been worked with skateboarding and youth work a lot of my previous employment experience, a lot of the target audiences that I was dealing with in those jobs were either teenage males or young parents, and that's an audience that tends to respond well to terrible puns and jokes about genitals. So, when it came to developing a digital strategy and campaign for this target audience of women aged 50 to 60, I had to slightly adjust all of my instincts and rely a little bit more on the research to effectively advertise with a demographic that I seemed completely out of touch with. But what we did notice was that the demographic was a growing user of social media and digital platforms, but they were disengaged from ads, rarely noticing them or clicking on them according to the research and the focus groups that we conducted. So my strategy had to take into account these findings, yet still advertise to them effectively. So after all, I found that my creativity had some use. So my strategy aimed not just to bombard them with ads saying, "Buy curcumin Biosorb," because it helps your joints. Rather, using social media to empower them to change their lifestyle, to make them feel energized and strive to be personally invested in themselves through the company. By researching through their website or downloading our proposed Nature's Own It app, which I wanted to call Nature's Phone. Yeah, that was a major part of our campaign, actually. So, Now, over the course of that entire semester, it was actually really interesting to watch a lot of the theoretical frameworks that I'd learned throughout my degree unfold right before my eyes in a sort of pseudo-real real-world situation. Whether it was group management or team dynamics, advertising strategy or consumer behavior theories, or just knowing that my subjects in the beginning of my degree weren't just made up to fill classes and sell textbooks gave a little bit of peace of mind. And yes, there were a few particular instances that I could elaborate since you asked ever so nicely. So Tuckman's stage of team development was one of the first major theories that I noticed being in a semester-long 10-student group project. These stages were forming, storming, norming, and performing. Now, forming was about testing boundaries, discovering expectations of both individuals and the group itself. I started off with my usual, "Hi, I'm Matt Gough, I'm a digital producer, and if you want to get on my good side, bring me Ferrero shares." That actually worked out really well because my role partner bought me a box of them the next week, which is a great start to the semester. Next came storming. So after a couple of weeks into the project, there was some minor conflict between some individuals due to some of the roles only having one member, and some of the research tasks had to be assisted by other members from different roles, causing some conflict. And after that came norming, where we established our roles and objectives, and we worked on developing a strict schedule. And then performing, where everyone was uploading their parts on time, sharing their information, and keeping everybody in the loop, and quickly resolving any minor conflict with reason, support, and most often chocolate. And with the campaign, the digital and creative strategy worked around another major consumer behavior theory, that being Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs consists of the 5 levels of consumer needs, being physiological, safety, belongingness, ego needs, and self-actualization. So being a vitamin supplement and a nutrient product, Curcumin Biosorb and Nature's Own as a brand would naturally fall under the category of a physiological need. So in our campaign, and particularly in my digital strategy, we aim to use promotions to shift the consumer's perception from a lower level physiological need to an upper level need of self-actualization. We did this not by focusing the campaign on selling the product, but rather selling the target audience a chance to achieve a healthy, more fulfilling lifestyle that Nature's Own Curcumin Biosorb was merely a passage to that ultimate goal. And this lifestyle-orientated campaign also fits with the theory of brand loyalty. So the ultimate aim of this strategy was to create brand loyalty by first developing a strong relationship with the consumers through the self-actualization need, and implementing a campaign that encouraged repeat purchasing behavior, which was done through the app. Being a lifestyle mentor and a virtual personal trainer per se, regulating and reminding use of the product, prompting repeat purchases of the product, and prompting sort of investing themselves into the brand, and driving those repeat purchases, and overall leading to a very profitable campaign. So all in all, ad campaigns was one of my favorite subjects, with a group, even greater tutors and lecturers who gave out great marks, and a perfect way to unite all the knowledge that from my advertising major all up in 13 weeks and tie it in a nice little bow at the end of my degree. So, yeah, that's it.